Okay.
Hi everybody. Before I start, I've got a question for you all. I want you to think about it carefully before you raise your hand. Okay? It's not a difficult question. How many of y'all use AI on a daily basis? How many of you use AI on a daily basis? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we shall find out later how effective your usage is. Alright? Okay. Okay. Before I continue, I want to tell you all a story. This story takes place, it's not going to be a long one. I think it was more than 1.5 years ago. 1.5 years ago, I had broken my hand. Snapped this into two. Okay? I went to hospital, Thompson Hospital, you know, somewhere nearby. What may I say? Once I finished, I got into a Grab. I went there on my own and I came back like everything I do. When I was waiting for the Grab car, there was this gentleman. He saw me, you know, with an arm sling, got out of the car, Grab driver, came, helped me put my stuff in, my bag, my carrying bag, my tapao that I bought at the hospital wanting to go back home and eat. He put everything. This was one of the first time a Grab driver has done something so nice for me. I'm very grateful. I sat at the back. So I asked him, what's your name? Mansoor. And we started talking. He spoke perfect English, mind you. There was no accent. There was nothing. It was as though I was talking to somebody who was highly educated. So I asked him, hey, you are doing this part-time? He said, no, I'm doing this actually full-time right now. I said, but why? He said, I lost my job. He said, where did you work? He said, Media Prima, if I recall right. I was a journalist. I said, what? Yeah, I was a journalist. I used to do copywriting, what have you. So I said, then why did you quit? He said, no, I didn't quit. I was let go because my job got taken over by AI. Alright? Now all the copywriting work, all the journalistic work. So I asked him, I said, listen, I am into AI in a big way. How is that you never thought earlier about improving your skills? Because I could see he was reasonably agitated whenever I mentioned the word AI. He said, no, how can creative skills be taken over? And he's speaking to me. I found it very interesting. So I gave him a few suggestions. And we decided to keep in touch. Okay? Every now and then I'll call him, still driving. Then he took my advice. He started learning more about some of the AI tools available. And he started using them. And forward wind, about last year, December, he's a consultant for Media Prima in how to write for the the articles. He's proficient in Malay, he's proficient in English, alright? And he's now a consultant. He spends less time and he gets paid double the amount because they pay him by the hour. So that's just a short story for you to keep at the back of your mind as we move forward. Okay, now a little bit about me. My name is Sehara Arasu, alright? As you can see, I'm not exactly a young punk, okay? I've got my first degree in economics and statistics, alright? I've got 2 master's degrees in advanced finance, accounting, all numbers. Hence my love for AI, because AI is all numbers. Whatever you see written is actually what they call a token, which I'll explain later what the token means. Anyway, last but not least, thank you very much for coming and spending your time today with me. Okay, let me proceed on and hope you enjoy all this. Again, if you have any questions along the way, I do not want you to wait until the end because sometimes some questions pop up and you might forget about it. Alright? Stop me once I've completed the slide and ask. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions if I can. Otherwise, I'll get AI to do it. Alright. Now, I don't know how many of y'all are aware, alright, that AI is almost in every area. Okay, can you see this? Why is AI important? Frog is slowly sitting in boiling water. What do you think is happening?
Getting cooked.
Does it know it's being cooked?
No.
You know, if you take a real frog, alright, and you throw it in boiling water, it will jump out immediately.
Yeah.
But if you put a frog inside just cold water and slowly warm it up, it doesn't know it's being killed. Alright? So you're asking what's going on. Anyway, today's learning outcome, I hope you'll be able to get it. At the end of this whole session, alright, you will be able to distinguish between the various terms used in artificial intelligence, okay, and its correlation. It may stick in your head, it may not, but at least you know it, you can sound intelligent in at least listening to people who are talking about it. You will be clear as to how AI engines are designed, okay, constructed and made. You will be able to explain to anyone how to choose an AI engine that best suits them. And finally, prompt design, how the methodology to follow in order to get accurate AI results. Okay, let's proceed. All right, evolution, this is all boring shit, right? There's a lot of boring shit here. Who can tell me when ChatGPT was released?
2023.
It was released about 35 months ago. Okay, 35 months ago ChatGPT was released. Right now, how many engines do we have?
Oh, so many.
Okay, we have a lot. I'll explain about it. You know, you have Gemini, you have a lot. But why I am giving you this development is actually, it started in 1950. This guy called Alan Turing. His test is used until today to check if the machine can trick a human into believing that it is a human. That's when we come into what we call AI superintelligence. It actually started in the 50s and all the, you know, you got Sony's first robot dog, Apple integrates into Siri, okay, you got the chess, Deep Blue you must have heard of, IBM's Deep Blue, it plays chess, it can beat anybody. Okay, and that was when? That was 1997, alright, and that was in its own way a developing AI. AI started developing at that stage. Robotics, okay, basically it's all been there. Now you're talking ChatGPT 3, it was actually in 2020, then it went up to 22. Now, as at day before yesterday, or rather 4 days ago, we've got ChatGPT version 5, which is a super powerful engine. Alright? So this is basically just giving you a timeline. Alright. This also we have to understand. They have actually tracked this to see AI, human versus AI. AI has caught up in most areas. You can see handwriting recognition is already surpassed human intelligence. This human intelligence, human performance. Alright? Then you're talking about image recognition is already up there. Alright? It's in fact, image recognition is way past already. Okay, so you got a number of things. This is only up to 2023. Now, as at 2025, all these you can see, now it's already hit PhD level. The AI that we are seeing, it's already hit PhD level. It can do pretty much anything you dream about. Okay, and it will do it for you in seconds. So that's essentially where we stand. Okay. Okay. Why is it not moving? Okay. Human versus AI. I want you to comment on this. Comment on this. What do you think from an artistic point of view? Can you see? Yeah?
Human
Please, I want this to be as interactive as
Human
possible.
is more artistic. The robot is more mathematical,
Alan.
more calculative.
They are both designed by AI.
Absolutely right. It's both done by AI.
Yeah.
Do you believe I did this on an image generating tool?
No.
I gave the instructions with words and it generated this for me. Alright? You see how it is? But, okay, we say human versus AI, some things the AI cannot do. But now the lines are blurring. I'm just trying to point out to you the lines are blurring very fast. But, there's always a but. Human intelligence brings creativity, intuition, ethical judgment to the table. The AI can't do. I'll explain to you how AI is constructed, then you'll know why it cannot do it. Alright? But I must admit that when I actually got AI to generate this, right? I was shocked at the result. I was absolutely shocked. This is just based on a prompt. But you must be very clear about your prompt. Well, give me a design, you just use it. That's basically what AI is. Alright. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I'm trying not to make this too complicated. Now we got this thing called ML and DL, machine learning and deep learning. I'll explain all the relationships in detail later. Not detail, but in a nutshell, okay? You can see in terms of complexity, what it is good for, simpler models, human involvement. This one, human needs to choose features, blah, blah, blah. Here, it learns automatically. Hardware, this one can run on regular computers. Deep learning requires some serious computing skills. Example of machine learning is spam email detection, weather prediction, and deep learning is self-driving car, facial recognition. You all have done, you all have obviously been through, even voice recognition, text to speech, that all comes under deep learning. Okay, then again, NLP, LLM. What is NLP? Natural language processing. What is natural language processing? Just remember, your words are today's computer code. It is no more writing code. It's reached that point. Now with ChatGPT 5, do you believe developers all around the world, people who used to do coding, depend on their coding engine. Alright? They depend on the coding engine and they get another AI engine to check this AI engine. Crazy, isn't it? Alright? Then you have this thing called, to check whether somebody has plagiarized something. You have written something. They've got an AI engine to do that. So now what has it come down to? When people tell me, we use the AI engine and check all this, and it says that this is not done by human, but it is done by AI. So my question to them was simple. If that AI told you that this AI has done it, so who's verifying the second AI? So there is this complete confusion in the world today. In fact, no matter where you go, you're going to find this problem.
Yeah.
You're going to find this problem because people say, oh, I checked it on AI. I checked on AI that it was generated by AI. Now this is all, it's going around in circles. Anyway, just keep that in mind. So anyway, natural language processing is basically speech. That if you do it right, you get fantastic results. Alright, it's as good as coding. Then large language models. What is it? Okay, these are essentially AI focused on language understanding. This is a model used for NLP tasks. These are large language models are these huge things that all the information is buried in. They just consider it the universe of information. Right now, according to Elon Musk, he said every single piece of information on planet Earth has already been captured. And is being captured by the second as new information develops. Right? Now, scope, broad field with many techniques and tools, boring stuff, a specific advanced type of NLP, that's large language. I'll give it to you in simpler terms in a while. Here examples are spell checkers, voice assistant translation. Large language models are backed by like ChatGPT. Anybody can tell me what you mean by GPT? Everybody started GPT. What the hell is it? It is GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. It's a complex term because it basically transforms certain things that is already in the database. Okay? That's why it's pre-trained and it transforms it. Generative pre-trained transformers. How it works, this one uses rules, statistics or machine learning. The other side, it uses deep learning and massive amounts of data. Those are the large language models. Now there are so many algorithms, nobody knows what's happening because there are new engines coming out almost every day. Okay, now let's look at this. What is artificial narrow intelligence? This has been around since the 1970s. Okay? These are things like, I said, voice assistant. You know, you got your Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, chatbot for, for basic, the facial recognition. This is considered narrow intelligence. It has been around. In fact, AI has, if you think about AI, yes, all of y'all were right, you all use it on a daily basis, but not the way you are supposed to use it. A Google search doesn't constitute a real AI. Okay? What it does is, it is already, the information is already there. It's been, Google has been collecting this since the beginning, I don't know, since I think late 90s, mid 2000s when Google started, if I'm not mistaken, around there. They started collecting information and everything because they came up with an algorithm that could search the web and get the right answers. How to make a mutton curry, how to do your nasi lemak or whatever it is. They have already searched the net. So that was all available already. So yes, you are using it, but how are you using it? We shall find out. Okay? Alright, next. Then after your normal intelligence, okay, narrow intelligence, comes your generative artificial intelligence. Okay, what is this buzz? Why should you care? Everybody, actually the term is GAI. The AI we use very loosely is not the term. It is generative AI. Why? Because it keeps relearning and generates new results. If you don't believe me, You go to ChatGPT. Today you ask a question. Just try this, okay? Just as an experiment. Anything, I want to know this and blah, blah, blah. Leave it. Next day, tomorrow, go and type that same question. See whether the same answer comes up. It won't. It won't. That's the way it is, alright? Ever imagine a computer that could draw like Picasso? I proved it to you already, alright? Write like Shakespeare or compose music like Mozart. Now you got music. Spotify released a track, or rather 5 tracks, completely AI generated, that has reached the top of the charts. How do you like that? Even you can do it. All you have to do is give a prompt. Alright. Basically, it's a type of AI that can create new stuff. It basically can generate new things that you can't even think about. You never thought about. Alright? Image, text, music, even videos from what is learned. Now you've got video generation software where I can take your face. I'll show you the software. You all can go and try it. Okay? Can take your face and make it into a dancing whole body. Whatever style of body you want. Okay? Okay? Now it invents, it doesn't copy it. Generative AI does not copy, it invents. So that is where the ethical and the dangerous stuff comes in. Why should you care? Because it's changing everything. From art, entertainment to science and technology. Generative AI is making waves. If not, you won't see so many new AI engines. Alright, here we go. You've heard of the term deep fakes.
Yeah.
You can't differentiate between a real photo and a doctored photo. That's deep fake. Now they have deep fake videos that can take your face and make you do any damn thing. It's not exactly the best thing to have because it can really destroy people's reputation and career. It's already happened. Create realistic images, videos. Ever seen those deepfakes? The generative is responsible for it. Write stories. Nowadays, if you go and pick up a book, you go to Amazon Books, pick a book. Are you aware that nearly 87% of all books on Amazon are generated by AI? By different people, and they are just editing it here and there and putting it up for sale. The rate of increase of AI generated publishing content is going up at the rate of 14.5% per annum. One of the fastest growing industries. So if you want to be a writer, this is the time. Right? Compose music, I've already told you, they have already come up with fantastic music. You should go and check out AI generated music. That is you all have Spotify? Yeah, you go and check. Okay? And nobody spotted it until they themselves declared that this is AI generated. Nobody knew. They even had a band standing down there. They created the images, everything. Everybody bought it. So what does it tell you? You don't know what's real, okay, and what's fake. Generate realistic voices. It can clone voices. It can clone your voice. It can clone anybody's voice. Alright? Yeah, but there will be a subtle difference that can only be picked up by professional testing equipment. Okay, now let's go back here, see the whole relationship set. I'll come back to this later, right? So we are talking about artificial intelligence being the whole world. You have machine learning, neural network, deep learning, generative AI. Generative AI uses all the components. They sit inside. They use everything to generate the content that they do. Okay. Hold on, something went wrong. Let me just go back. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Okay, now artificial intelligence, you can see generative AI, machine intelligence, deep learning. You can, let's put it this way, if you take artificial intelligence to be your whole house, for example, then you can take machine learning to be, who can I call? The father of the house. Okay, machine learning. Deep learning definitely is the mother. Okay, because everything is being recorded for training and quality improvement purposes. Okay, right? Then you got the conversational AI, you got your large language models. Now all this put together is basically how new stuff is generated. In a nutshell, I'll show you what it is. It's like having 1,000 Einsteins, okay, in your pocket, ready to go, with trillions of codes. Alright. This is a very interesting one. Generative AI neural networks. What is all this nonsense going on here? Okay. Here, a picture is put into AI. Okay. Then you got your input layer, then they identify edges, blah, 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 and then it comes out with the output. What really is happening here? This is like our brain neural networks. We have already figured it out. And after they created generative AI, some of them can't even understand how it is generating the result. The famous one is about Google Cat. It's called Google Cat. It's a real cat, okay? Photograph of a cat. They never told the artificial intelligence engine that it was a cat. Alright? And they put it in, and the generative AI engine came back and said, this is a cat. So everybody was shocked. How did this thing work out? In fact, until today, if you hear Sam Altman in his speech just 3 days ago, he said, I am so afraid to release GPT-5. I don't know what it's going to do to the world, right? So that's frightening. So basically, deep learning neural networks, they learn everything. They work with tokens. In computer terms, a token is 4 letters. And all these letters, one token is 4 letters, any 4 letters. What it does, when the AI engine looks at stuff, it doesn't care about anything. It's not like us, you know. You'll be thinking, I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch today, you know. Should I buy this? You have 1,000 distractions in your head, like this.
Yeah.
Right? These are all your distractions every day. See, the thing about generative AI is it does not. It is very clear in its thinking. It is so clear, but it is as far as it's concerned, it's just pulling out words here and there. There is no logic to how it's generating the result other than all the data that's out there. Like I said, when you go in there, you can try to run a, what do you call it? You can run a question on day 1, repeat that question on day 2, you will get different answers. Have you all tried this before?
Yeah.
Huh? The same question.
Same question, exactly the same question.
Okay, you should try it with different AI engines. What I started doing is, you all should try this because it's a learning experience. You get answer generated by one AI, take it and put it into another AI and ask what it is.
When never tried that before.
Okay? You got Gemini, you got Copilot, you got ChatGPT, you got Manus, okay? You've got DeepSeek, okay? Now you got HubSpot, which gives you hundreds of AI engines for different purposes. Okay, don't worry, it's all coming up. I'll share it with you. Okay. One minute, please. Could you pause the video? Just rearrange them. We were here, right? Sorry. So seriously, you got to think about it. You know, why AI is good is particularly good for people who do not. That means everybody, because we are thinking about something or other all the time. Alright? AI clarifies your thought process. You know what AI has taught me over this past 2 years? It has taught me to write my questions super clear with every single detail I can think of. Before AI came about, we just, you just put something in and we go. But if you want perfectly crafted answers, you must have perfectly crafted prompts. And you will see the difference. It's like chalk and cheese. Okay, human story behind AI. Remember, we made AI. Okay? Now, what's a human story? You want to know who invented AI? My mother. Seriously, I tell you something. You know, when I was growing up, my mother used to force me, mind you, to learn the times table. Okay? 6 times 6, 36, 7 times 6, I didn't have a clue what I was learning. I had no clue whatsoever. I tell, why am I doing all this? I was only primary 3 or something, or primary 2. Why am I doing all this? All this don't make sense. I might just remember. Say, why I must remember? Don't worry, as you go on in life, you will understand. Okay, and true enough, I fell in love with maths because of that. And everybody used to come to me. Primary 5 students come to me at I'm primary 3 asking me questions. Alright? So what is AI? AI is exactly what I told you happened to me. It was data was pushed in. You understand? They continuously hit data and kept feeding it data more and more. Suddenly you just get the eureka moment. I'm sure, sometimes when you are studying, and then you reach a point, hey, I think I know everything now. Have you reached that point? I have many times, in which you're studying. I say, yeah, I don't need to know. I can figure all out. Everything in one go suddenly. Okay, that's what AI. AI is building it, okay, that way. You look at this, 10 to the power of 25, it's called septillion. This phrase was coined in 1690. Okay, 1690, alright? Mahayuga is 10 to the power of 62. This term, Mahayuga, into 10 to the power, that is 62 zeros. You cannot even imagine. It's past a trillion, gazillion. It's called known decillion. Okay, that's the official name for it today. It was never known. This term was coined 1,000 years ago in India. If you go and look at the Indian scriptures, they have it. So they were doing maths then at a way more advanced level than we all did. What right now is happening is even AI is learning it. Now AI is learning every single thing, every single number, every single equation. That's what it's doing. To get to feed it back to you. But remember, when it gives you that information, it doesn't remember anymore. Unlike us, we tell, hey, I see you tomorrow, you remember. You get what I'm saying. This is a simple exercise I wanted to test you all in. I'm sure you would have seen this, right? 11 times table. Okay? There are 1,000 rules like this. You notice something. What is a relationship? Except you. He will know. He's a mathematician also. Can you tell me what the relationship is? 17 times 11. How?
All the last number is the same.
Okay, like this. You can remember your 11 times table very easily. Alright? If you take 18 times 11, 1 plus 8 is how much?
9.
So it becomes
The middle one.
198. That means you add the two together and put in the center. So 17 times 11 will be 1 plus 7 is 8, so it becomes 187. You try any number, 11 times 11, you take 1 plus 1 is 2, put in the center, it becomes 121. Do you notice that? It makes sense to you all? Okay. So, like this, there are 1,000 overrules that were invented in mathematics. That means you don't have to make logical sense of it. You just remember the system. It doesn't matter whether 20 times 11 is 220 because 2 plus 0 is 2. You just add the 2 in the center, it becomes 220. It doesn't matter. The answer is right. That's how the AI engines work. You understand? They work on systems, they don't work on logic. I'm just trying to point out to you now. They work on systems, not logic. Once we understand that, we can take advantage of what it actually can do for us. Never mind that, that's a bit more difficult. But want to guess? Anybody want to give it a guess? Without using a calculator? Yeah, I tell you, 25 times 25 is 625. Straight away I can tell you why. What I do is I take the 2, I add 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 3, right? 2 times 3 is 6. Anything ending with 5 will always end up with 25. If two numbers finishing off with 5 will always finish off with 25. So this will be 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 12, is 1, 2, 2, 5. All you do for square of anything with 5, you get it or you missed it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, like you see, right? You said that let's say 17 times 11 is 187 because 7 plus 1 becomes 8, right?
Yeah.
Then what about, like, for example, 22 times 11, and if I plus the n number 2 and 1, it becomes, it's supposed to be 3, right?
What?
It's 242.
You see,
2 plus the same.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Oh, okay,
2 plus
okay,
2.
okay, understand.
So 4 put in the center,
Yeah.
2, 4, 2.
I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this can be applied everywhere. Huh?
Only 11.
Only for 11. Oh no, there are shortcuts like this for almost every single times table. I've got a book which is more than, I don't know, I think it is about, it was written 100 over years ago, but I got a replica of it, okay, with all the rules of maths that requires you only to apply system, not logic. What I'm trying to say is keep in mind that AI does not have logic, although it is going there. Alright, that's when it reaches artificial normal intelligence. Then we'll all be working for AI. Okay. Next. Now we come to this thing called generative normal intelligence. Generative normal intelligence is human-like thinking. Remember the Turing test? What I told you all earlier, if a machine tricks humans into thinking it's a human, then it has intelligence. It's already happened. They tested it with, have you heard of Manus? M-A-N-U-S or Manus, whatever you want to call it. It's an AI. Chinese made AI, like DeepSeek. Manus is membership only initially, but now you can actually go and get it. M-A-N-U-S. They actually had a conversation, taped live. And the person on the receiving end, supposed to be calling a call center, actually thought the other person was a human being. Actually thought that, and it was quite amazing. So what Manus did is they went and fixed it and said, cannot be until so accurate. That's the level of accuracy we've got to. Alright? Okay, anyway, let's come back. GNI would be creative like AI, generative AI. It can create text, images, or solutions without any help. Okay? Practical and reliable. Normal intelligence, it stays within a human-like reasoning and doesn't try to be super intelligent or too unpredictable. They come across normally. That's what it's called generative normal intelligence. With GPT-5, the latest release 5 days ago or 6 days ago, it's already hit GNI. Okay?
The first thing GNI is dumber than GAI. Because it's within the scope.
No. Normal intelligence is human-like intelligence. Artificial intelligence is artificial in a lot of ways, correct? That's one level lower.
Yeah.
The highest level you can come to is normal intelligence. Above this is super intelligence, generative super intelligence. Okay? Alright, let's see now. So many apps, so many tools. What do we use? What can we use?
All. Whichever suitable.
Okay, this
for-
number is already wrong. As per, I get these reports I subscribe to. As per last week, it's 700 million. Let me give you the power of all the AI engines. Google took 10 years mind you, to hit 100 million users. ChatGPT took 1 day to hit 100 million users. Do you believe that? Almost every single AI engine within a day. That's why they are the highest valued companies today. You know? Alright, so we got all these. Now what are we going to do? So now what? What can we do? We don't know what to use. We got to think about it carefully. We'll get into how you choose.
Ask AI what to use. Ask AI what to use, not which one to use.
Okay, you look at this. This I took out from HubSpot. Okay, he's one of the guys I watch. You look at the number of AI engines. Each one has a specific use. Look at it. Look at it. What it does. Firefly, write meeting notes. Video.ai, long videos, bite size, and you will not. You pick 3. You will be shocked. More than 50% of this is free. Look, just take a fine look. Ask me any question you want. There is a AI engine for almost anything. 48 is what I decided to take. There were 190 over available. These are what I call sub-engines, not main engines. They are very, very specific. It's like calling for a plumber. You know, it's not like a generalist, right? You are not saying I want a doctor. No, I want a eye specialist. No, you get what I'm saying. So you got all this and more. So now how to decide what to do? Now all of us are in a confusion. The last time I guided a class, everybody had come back. It was an online program, asking me, oh, I'm completely lost. I don't know what to do, where to start, where to end. You know, you get what I'm saying. You know. Okay, let's try to slowly cut through that and find out how. Okay. Now you also got the sub-engines. We went through all the sub-engines. You know, you got speech to text to audio, text to video, multimodal models. There are so many out there. What do you want to do? You must be very clear. Remember that. Okay. Let's see what we should do. What you use depends on these 6 factors, which are very important. Remember this always, right? It will help you a lot. How fast do you need that information process? Speed. Okay? Ease of use, ease to use. Okay? Capability. Whether it's what kind of capability do you want? Specialized, very specialized, not specialized, blah blah blah. Do you want it integrated with other engines? Okay? And for me, the most important thing is cost. Because you can have everything. Okay? I will always go for downloadable and open source. So you have to keep this in mind. You have to keep this in mind and see how best you can determine which AI engine. So next time your niece or your nephew come, hey auntie or uncle or whatever it is, hey, which AI engine do I use? How? So you can tell them, okay, what do you want to do? Let's figure this out step by step. But generally, if you are in today's world, if you are not willing to spend at least, this is my experience, at least 50 ringgit a month, alright, to be able to get about the best. Otherwise, you depend on the free, alright, you depend on the free, and your results will be fine, but it's getting better. Even the free results are almost as good as you will never know about it, you know. You get what I'm saying? Alright, next. So now, mindsets need to be re-examined. Now, I want you to take a good look at this. Good look at this cartoon and ask yourself that question. We will now take a quick 10-minute break, alright? And after the break, I want you all one by one to answer this and why. Okay? Thank you. I'm going to rewind this just for your benefit. Okay, I showed you this earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you a copy of this. Or if you want to take a photo, you can take, but it may not be accurate. But you should keep this at the back of your mind as we go further down this lesson that I'm going with you. All right. Okay, again, I want to recap this. I want you to understand it properly. Okay? Now I'm going to go blank. Tell me, what are the main considerations in choosing an AI engine?
Speed. easy of use, capability,
Cost.
cost. The downloadable and open source. That two is
Specialized.
Specialized.
Okay, that's very important. What I showed you earlier, it is specialized. All the single engines, right? That we saw here, these are all specialized in doing anything you want. You know, if you have a, sometimes you download stuff, you got a watermark. How to take out the watermark? You go here. He'll replace the watermark for you. So there is something for everybody. Okay, it's like going to a pasar malam, so to speak, and picking what you want. All right, come back to this. Somebody want to? I want all of you all to give it a shot and answer, what do you think? What do you think? Then I will explain to you in detail what really is going on. Okay, am I going to lose my job? Look at this cartoon. It's so appropriate. No? What is it saying?
Sorry.
I'm just a tool.
I am just a tool. Understand that AI is just a tool. It is not your master. Alright? If you have lost your job, there is a old saying 2 years ago that came up. You are not going to lose your job to AI. But you will lose your job to somebody who knows AI. Big difference, huh? Right, come on, answers.
Am I going to lose my job?
Hmm?
I don't think so.
Very
No, because I think information or knowledge have always been more than you can consume. I mean, since at your fingertips, I mean, you can access knowledge easily. Way since the beginning of internet lah. So all the information is at your fingertips. But still, people need training. Because what? Because people need that realizations, which need someone, a person to give you that realization. So similarly with AI, is vast knowledge or tools. So people, the tools is there, but if you don't have the realization to use that tool or to make benefit of that tools, then the tools just there lah. So trainer main purpose nowadays is change towards giving that realization to the participants rather than transferring knowledge or skills. So it's slightly shifted because of
What are your thoughts, man? What are your real thoughts? He's from a computer background, he's a maths whiz. Alright, we've known each other for a while, we've worked together. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, AI will never replace anybody's job. And AI to me is like my bond. It's an echo of who I am without the noise. So if you know how to get your AI to be that second mind, it will only help you get things done better.
It's like the IR 2.0, right? When the machines come in, so we all thought that the machines can replace all our jobs, but it's not. It's those with the capability, with the understanding of how to use the machine, will replace the job.
What about you?
I'll definitely agree with Rahman, obviously, because I think being in training field, more than how AI is like advancing, and even if it goes to the generative, like normal intelligence part, there is something always we need, which is human touch. And
Absolutely
yes,
right.
that probably that part can't be how to say convincible in this training field, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that as well because, to all of them, like what you said, AI can we will lose our jobs to those who know how to use AI. So like for us as trainers, we have to constantly be we have to constantly be getting more knowledge, like for example, upskilling ourselves every single time with what's recent, what's latest, all the latest updates. That's very necessary. But also, why we will not lose our jobs also because like as a trainer, you will need the human personal touch. Like for example, soft skills, where we focus more on like emotional intelligence, and when we look into like things like reading the room, storytelling, how to make it more impactful as a human when you're delivering things.
Yeah.
Those things AI cannot really provide you with.
Absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you said about upgrading yourself, all right, is critical too. Because if you don't, you might be left behind. Right. Now you're talking about training. I give you an example of, podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried Google Notebook LM? Have you heard of it? Okay. You go to Google Notebook LM. Alright? You put in any one of your training programs that you have developed. Put it in, it'll create a podcast for you. Exactly what hey, don't laugh. When you hear it, you would be shocked at the level of detail that it gives you.
I was having the thing of this could be a danger.
Okay,
Of
you
the-
go and
yeah.
you create it straight away. I had created a podcast using that for one of my wife's projects. And I told my wife, I'll create a podcast based on all your writing. She does write books and stuff. I put it in. When she heard it, she said, my goodness, I've been trying to work on a simple podcast. I can't do it. This is perfect. You try it. So I'm saying you got to get your hands on the tools. I keep repeating this. Alright? You got to upgrade yourself. Alright? Okay, now the reality of it. Okay? The reality of it is it's got to do with mindset. But before we go into the mindset, let me tell you about the job market. I broke my right hand, so I have a problem writing with my right hand. Any right-hander here just can help me do a small little chart? Anybody? Thank you. You are right-hander?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, what chart?
Draw X and a Y axis. Yep. Okay. Draw me a curve like this. I don't know, my hand is not steady. It's like this and then curves out to the top. Okay? It's too much, too straight.
It's fine, it's fine though.
It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Alright? And then, okay, wait a minute, I will do the one in red. Come. You see, now what has happened in the world, what they call the AI hype cycle. Everybody's talking about AI. It's actually reached here. Alright? This was the last 4 years. It's reached here. That means the increment, the additional new stuff that's coming out is lesser and lesser and lesser. Having said that, job market. Let's take a triangle. What do you think is the AI usage rate? Okay, let's go to a specific country, let's say US. What's the usage rate of AI? How many percent do you think?
70 to 80%.
Daily, I mean, for day-to-day activity, is it?
No, how many percent use AI in the US?
The population.
Hmm?
Just take the population and give a percentage.
Just a percentage,
Yeah, around that 80%, 70%.
80%. No? What about you? Any other guesses?
Similar.
Okay. If I told you 15%, would you believe?
The US is very fast. It's really, really
Oh,
huge.
that's what we are thinking.
Yeah.
15%. Okay, 15, maybe might reach 18, 20%.
Mm.
That is US. You know who's the biggest user of AI in the world? Daily basis.
China.
China.
China, 35%.
Mm.
Korea. It is all the Asian countries, alright? Not. Now the numbers may have changed. These numbers are a bit old. It keeps changing.
Mm.
What I'm trying to say is, who are the biggest beneficiaries of AI?
AI company.
That's not wrong.
You're not wrong, but using AI cannot be the AI company. AI company
Yeah.
mentally. Okay, who do you think is benefiting the most from the use of AI?
Students.
Hmm?
Students.
Okay, maybe not really. The real benefit, unfortunately, it's going to the specialized fields. Medicine. Okay, now AI can examine your X-ray. You no need a radiologist. AI can examine your heart scan better than a cardiologist can. So that's a specialized area. In the area of engineering, in the area of geology, you notice something or not? These are all highly specialized areas. So the people with the maximum usage and benefits are those that are in specialized areas. Eventually, like a normal pyramid, only this part is benefiting. Oh, I should have put a tick, sorry. Okay, tick. Alright? This part have got no clue what AI is. You know what's the usage rate? When I say usage, I mean real usage. You guys, I asked you your use, you say, yeah, I know I use. When I say usage rate means you are using it for anything and everything that you do on a daily basis. You try it for one day. You see what happens. You see, I talk to a lot of people, they say, oh yeah, I know, yeah. How often you use? Oh, no, maybe a 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day. It must become a culture within you, you get what I'm saying? Until it becomes a culture in you, you'll be stuck at the bottom. Malaysia's usage rate, less than 3%. How? No, think of it positively. Think of it positively because only 3% are there. There's a lot of things you can really go out there and do. You know, so that's the way I look at it anyway. All right. Okay. So now am I going to lose your job? I don't think so. But let's talk about mindset. The people I've spoken to, many people, okay, they fall into 3 different mindsets. Okay, let me tell you what it is. A lot of them, 50%, no way, I can't, AI can't do my job, blah, blah, blah. And then of course there are those people, they're all in denial. The other extreme is panic. Okay? what we require is a change in mindset. A lot of people are not willing to embrace the change in mindset and say, I'll be insanely productive. As a corporation, we will insanely do well. You know what's the best part? It is so easy to do that. With all the tools available, what I can't understand in this generation of youth is that they are not willing to spend the time to learn something new. And learning it is so easy. Like I said, go to Google Notebook LM, keep it there, go and pick a topic you like or something about AI you want to learn, pick up a PDF article, upload it and listen. The podcast will play, you learn a lot. It's a very, very powerful tool and it's free. You don't have to pay any money. Alright? You should use it, in my view. Anyway, the point here I'm saying is that you will not, whether you keep your job or lose it or whatever it is dependent on this. You should go into the positive mindset. A lot of people are not in the positive mindset. Okay. Now we go to something quite interesting. Everyday applications of AI. What is it? In different areas, alright? Many things, nowadays it's expanded so fast, it is difficult to even keep up with it, but I'll give you some examples. Okay, see this? Healthcare. By the way, it's generated by AI. I got it. I gave the prompt and it generated this for me. Right?
So it's like
AI-powered diagnostics, personalized medicine, and robotic surgery. They already have it. Those days where they have to cut open here, cut open there. Now everything is done with keyhole robotics. They don't cut open. Just one small snip together with the camera and the robotic tool, and they do what they want and come out. Alright? It's all assisted by AI in a very big way, especially the diagnostics. Example, medical assistant, it's a health startup. They became $1 billion company. All they did, they told, because doctors they have to wait too long, people have to wait too long for consultation, so this is telemedicine. They created a system where people dial in. With the help of AI, the diagnosis is done very quickly. They reduce clinic visits by 40%, helping patients get faster medical advice while reducing strain on doctors. So basically, it optimizes everything. It handles all the calls, and this was done using AI. You know how long ago this was done? Maybe 2 years ago. Right? You check Babylon, you know. Okay, next. Manufacturing. Okay. Even AI makes mistake. You can see here. I got AI to do this. Suppose we failure analysis, don't know what came out.
Yeah.
Predictive maintenance, quality control, AI-driven scheduling.
The recent AI, the wording is much more accurate on the image.
No, actually, I can take that image and I can edit it myself, which is very easy to do, with so many editing tools. Flexiton, UK startup, inefficient scheduling leads to delay and wasted resources. So they use the AI to optimize the schedules. Today, the data AI tools, there is very few people who are using it. One of it is Amazon, I don't say it, right? Because they do transportation worldwide. Help factories increase efficiency by 20%. when you do a efficiency increase by 20%, that's a lot of percent. Alright? Finance, practical application, accounting, audit, fraud detection. This is something that I am completely into, and I know what happens where I can. What used to take me 4 years ago, if I put in a set of financial data and I sit down and I analyze it, it used to take me 7 to 10 days, analyze the data, derive the results. Now when I put it into the AI engine, you know how fast my result comes up? 2 minutes. Everything I took 7 to 10 days to do comes out in 2 minutes. I'm just serious. Okay, let me check this. So I cross-check it because I come from that background and I realized, bloody hell, everything is right. Superb, you know. So this is one of the areas. Upstart, fintech startup uses AI to improve loan approvals by amazing factors. Beyond just credit scores, they do a lot of stuff, right? What I'm trying to say is, it's even in India. Have you heard of this company in India? It's quite an old company. What is it called? Paytm. 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 TM stands for through mobile. Okay, they are the first ones to come up with a platform.
Rahman, nak kamu dah sampai?
Tolong bagi ke dia?
Ni je?
They are the first ones to come up with a model and a system where you could pay for anything, anywhere, everywhere. And this was more than 15 years ago, mind you. Even before you had the Visa Pay and touch and what have you. They just use your mobile all the way. Retail, inventory management, TDO, this is another one, sales and marketing. Right now, a lot of the AI chatbots you get into, if it's a bot, it is all driven, all these companies, all driven by AI. But a lot of companies have not used it properly. I mean, you take for example Grab, the bot is terrible, all right? Or you go to Shopee and all, they have not put in that extra effort to get it right. But if you go to the Amazon chatbot and you see how fantastic, you actually think you're talking to somebody else, but it's AI driven, right? So AI chatbot helps small online retailers increase sales by 40%. Okay, it basically gives customer support everything that you need. So that's another user case. Sales and marketing, added customer sales profiling, sales forecasting. Okay, this might be good for you guys. Example, educational technology utilize AI platforms like Midjourney. Have you heard of Midjourney? Midjourney is one of the most popular AI platforms that you all should look into. And HN to create engaging advertisements. And the engines are so good, it changes the advertisements every day and creates new ones for you and posts for you. How good is that? You know? This approach led to 40% increase in return on investment for video ads, demonstrating how AI can boost effectiveness. Midjourney, that is a very, very good tool. Okay, now we've come towards the second half or towards the end of, we are going to deal with prompt engineering. We talked about it a lot. What is prompt engineering and why it is important, what systems to use, okay? And this was done through a prompt. The image there you see is also done through a prompt. Alright, so let's go. AI, remember your eager but clueless assistant. They really don't know what you want. Okay? It's about crafting the instructions, right? For AI using natural language. Think, talking, not coding. If you're able to even speak it, because all the AI engines now come with voice to text, which you can use, right? Empowers you to control AI for various tasks. And finally, delegate those tasks you hate. You can automate. How many of you all are using a simple thing like automating your email response? That is the basic of the basic in using AI. You can automate everything, be it if you have a Gmail account, or it's better still if you have a Microsoft Copilot. It's built into Copilot, and you can instruct it what exactly to do. It won't send the email, but it create the email reply for you and ask you ready to send. Are you aware? Maybe you all should explore that. No? I shall ask Jit whether he wants to. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, let's see how we do this. Okay. It's not magic. I assure you it's not magic, it's method. Right? Systematic and iterative process. We test, refine, and test again. It's a loop. Alright? We test, we refine, that means we rewrite the question in a different way, test again, refine. That's important. Focus on testing, refining, and optimizing prompt. Think of it as debugging for words. That's why I say the way you write a question is what you put in is what you're going to get out. Alright? Aim for reliable and consistent outcome, because nobody wants an AI that is having an off day. Keep trying. Systems. 4 C's. Remember this. Golden rules. These are really golden rules. Alright? Clarity. Alright. Be precise and unambiguous. Avoid ASAP. They don't understand what is ASAP. Alright? Context. What do you mean by context? That means before you put in a prompt, give the background. I am trying to write a book. The book is about how to harness wind in a house. Blah, 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 so on and so forth. You must give it context. When you give it context, it will automatically remember. Alright? Now, there is a context window in ChatGPT. Are you aware?
So, are you mentioning about the history?
Huh?
Like there will be a part where we can click like different topics and.
No. If you go to the right top and you go near settings there is one that basically you put in your inputs and your context. That means from then on, all your questions will refer to that context.
Safe. I use Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini calls safe info.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so you have that. So basically, you want good context. If you don't have the context, you won't get a proper answer, that's for sure. Alright? Like the images I created, I give it context. I am creating this image for a training program, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. What I want it to show is a genie coming out of a lamp. The genie must look like what? I could have made it look like a dog even, it doesn't matter. Alright? So you must have context, keep context, right? So what's next? Oh no, sorry about that. Constraints. Specify your desired format, length, style, blah blah blah. You know, tell it if you want what you want. What are the constraints? Do you want bullets? You want numbering? You state. Put everything in bullets and numbering. Okay, put this in this order. I want everything in alphabetical order. You can do all that in creating the constraint. You can also state in your constraints what you don't want in your answer. Please avoid the word not found. Please avoid the word useless. Please avoid the word. You can put in whatever you want. Avoid all these words. I don't see these words. Review the outputs and refine the prompts again. That's basically it. Okay? Alright. Prompt structure and techniques. See, the cartoon makes complete sense, right? You never told me you knew that. You never asked. Right? Prompting power pack. Key elements. Role, task, context, format, constraints. The ingredients of your AI recipe. Then there are this thing called prompting technique. 0 shot, 1 shot, few shot. Alright? Okay, I want you to try now. Huh? What do you mean by 0 shot? Anybody?
0 shot. 1 shot will be.
One time success. Right?
Hmm?
One time success.
You got a phone, right?
Yeah.
Check. What is 0 shot? Let's see what it comes up with. You're using Gemini, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See what. You put there 0 shot prompt. Or you don't use voice to text.
No.
What did you say?
Give a large language model a task or question without providing any examples of how to perform that task.
That is 0 shot. Okay, normally if you have a 1 shot or multiple shot, 0 shot is when you tell it to do something without giving an example. Correct? If you give an example, it's always good. Remember this, when you're prompting, when you give an example of what you want to achieve. Okay, like I was talking to you about, I want to create a wind turbine, blah, blah, blah. For example, the wind turbine as designed in Austria, which looks like an umbrella. Okay, that is an example you are giving it. So I want to know how to design something like that. But if you don't say it, what happens is that they give you so much, you see. They will give you unnecessary information that will cloud out your mind. Be very specific. Give examples. If you want to give 1 example, 2 example, 3 example, give it all. Alright? So basically you got your role, task, context, format, constraint, blah blah blah, and now the prompting technique. Chain of thought. Okay, well, how does chain of thought prompting work? But now it's already got there. DeepSeek was the first one to do it. Now when you give a question, you want to know the reasoning, it's reasoning step by step. Like somebody teaching you. Why did you give this answer? Some of it don't give you reasoning. So you want to turn around and ask the AI, how did you come up with this answer? And you can dictate and say, give me all your references, what books you refer to come up with this answer. It'll come up with it. there is this AI engine called Perplexity, all right, which is fantastic because no matter what you do, it will tell you where the reference point is from. It will give you book references, it will give you everything. It's called Perplexity. It was created by an Indian studying in US, right? He's a PhD from MIT, and he created that. It's a $30 billion company today, and he only launched it 2 years ago. Right? So he's got all that. So you want that. Now this chain of thought prompting basically improves accuracy and transparency and helps you catch an AI oops moment. You basically want to prove that you have the necessary backup material, all the necessary stuff that is, what may I say, available to back up whatever you are suggesting. You are finding something and you want to go and propose it to somebody. You need references too, particularly in your training field. Oh, Sigmund Freud said this, psychologically, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Meditation of this form is very good. It is neurophysiology. Who said that? Who is doing it? Is it really true? How the neurons fire in your brains? Stuff like that, which will be useful, make your output better. Useful for problem solving and decision making, because sometimes the journey is as important as the destination. So this is how you break down thoughts, step-by-step process, identify gaps, benefits of thinking, and of course, promoting systematic problem solving and not just do anything you want. Okay, you can see this. There is something, personality, right, which I have tried, which I think you all should try too. Now, in terms of persona, I know what I do. In terms of persona, I know what I do when I write. Please answer, finally, please answer this question like an AI. You see the answers, and you will be shocked out of your mind. Please give me your answers like an AI. It was as simple as that. I found it by accident. Then I said, hey, this is fantastic. No need to give you. Basically, it is giving you such a profound answer. Even I found it amazing. Of course, you can try it with a persona also. Whatever persona you want to put in, think like Einstein, whatever, write me a song that Paul McCartney may have written, whatever. You could do that. But you try using this. Give me an answer like an AI. It gives you something that is mind-blowing for me. Alright? So, AI role play, lights, camera, action, instruct AI to adopt a specific persona, from grumpy accountant to motivational speaker. And you can see how the outputs come out. Same question, you are now a grumpy accountant. Same question, you are a motivational speaker. You can influence a tone, style, perspective, and add bits of spice to the AI output. You can say, like you guys are doing training, you need to do some additional slides. You can make it super humorous. Like you are one of the best comedians in the world, like who, Jerry Seinfeld, I don't know who, whoever that you can think of. Take their persona and give me content based on jokes. You'll be surprised what you get. It'll be fantastic. Enhances relevance and accuracy because marketing expert will give you different answers than a historian. So, like I said, the persona is very important. For me, like I said, my favorite persona is AI. That too by accident I found it. Right. So far we are clear. I just want to recall this. 4 C's important. Remember this. These 4 C's are very important. Over and above this, what have we learned? We learned about zero shot prompting. We learned about persona that you can add. Those are all refinements. So when you put all this together, you may spend a bit more time, but your answer is going to come out like unbelievable. Of course, that's only first step of the problem. Now, how do you take all your answers and everything and put it in a editable format? That's always a challenge, isn't it? Huh? Hey, how to convert this? How to put it to PowerPoint, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Okay. Unfortunately, the world is living under the SaaS umbrella. SaaS. You know what SaaS is? You know what it is? Software as a service. That means no matter what, you have to pay money. Now, because you are in a company, you can easily ask your bosses, this is very useful. Okay? This is very useful. Can we get it? Everybody can use it. One license, everybody tumbang. You get what I'm saying. Alright? Okay, now how are you going to convert to PowerPoint? Ask a simple question. How will you do it once you have all the data? How do we do it? What's the fastest first step? So that you get an overall picture, okay, this looks good, maybe I do it like this. What's the fastest first step? Which tool will you use? Do you all have Microsoft 365 with you guys? Copilot?
Yeah. But Copilot is a different license.
Oh, so you don't have the Copilot license?
No.
Okay, never mind. No need Copilot license. Forget it. Although Copilot will be very helpful. Have you heard of Gamma? Huh? Yes. Okay. Use gamma.ai. Alright? Use gamma.ai. I believe your first 10 slides are free. 10 or 20 or 30, I'm not sure. But it's very cheap to use. Very cheap to use. You put it in there and you see how it generates. Download it, adjust it, convert it to what you want. Over and above that, there is PPT AI. AI PPT. There is another engine you can use. Like this, there are lots of engines. All you got to do is ask AI. Give me all the engines that I can use for presentation. All the AI engines. It'll give you a whole list. There should be at least 15-20 of them. A lot of them are free. Alright? Okay, here we go. Prompt templates. Shape your output. Okay, now in terms of prompting, you can even ask AI to write your prompt. Okay, or you can go to some of the AI engines that specialize in doing prompts. It's all available. You just have to search. Even on Google, you search prompt engineering AI engines. It's all available. You go to YouTube, you type it, you'll see at least 15-20 of them coming up. Structure it. shape your output basically. Specify the output format, same thing, ensure consistency and organization, and make your life easy. Facilitate data processing and analysis. Okay, so if you come up with a template, a straight template, you can use that template all the time, again and again and again, only by maybe changing a few words in each of the categories. This is the iteration and refinement, the prompting tool. I'm repeating this in different ways because this is critical in everything that you want to be able to do, right? Now, a two-step process, prompt engineering, iterative process, is journey, not a destination. Okay, so if you look at it, initial prompt creation, you create that, okay? Then you analyze your result, is that the result you want? Never accept any result, no matter how happy you are. You can easily, even if you're happy with it, you can tell it, can you refine this? The answer. Ask for refinement. See what comes up. I mean, it's all there, it's not going to get deleted, you know. Further refinement, evaluate and iterate again. And of course, that's your last step. A lot of people don't do this, especially experimentation. You go and ask the weirdest question, experiment. My dog was born with 6 legs. For example, what can I do about it? Anything, you know. All right. Okay, ethical considerations. As Spider-Man said, with great power, great power comes with great responsibility. Now, with the advent of AI, you can see a lot of deep fakes. You can see, you know, popular actors, actresses, you know, being face torn out and being put into pornographic movies. And they are using all kinds of stuff to penetrate even bank networks using AI. They had a big scare in New York because somebody was trying to hack through the water system. You know, it's really like out of the movies, okay? Where they want to take control of the water and the electricity system using AI. So, and also how you use it is very important. You know, as long as you're not using it for harm, you're trying to help people with it, it's perfectly fine. Promote ethical and responsible AI practices. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is coming towards the end.
So when you first started the session, you said that AI cannot have the ethics. And why is that? Why AI cannot have?
I already told you it's not taught to think. You get what I'm saying? It does not know what is right and what is wrong.
Really?
You know, you can train an AI, you can, you can tell the AI, okay, my neighbor, Mr. So-and-so is a bad person. Remember this.
Oh.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay? Remember this. You can train the AI to remember what you have written. The same way, all the AI development is based on data coming in. So what data comes in is what it absorbs. Alright? It's very difficult. That's why it's an ethical consideration. Alright? It's a big ethical consideration.
And recently I also read somewhere that whatever is our search on AI can be used against us even in the courts. Yeah, I don't know how true is that. but-
I don't think so, it's true, they can't.
Yeah.
It'll be very difficult because it's AI generated. If you generated it, okay, maybe, but not if it's AI generated. There are a lot of things AI is generating. How you want to get billions of bits of data going per second? Quintillion data, quintillion. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, now there are engines. Gemini can do it. It can actually prepare a report for you. You can prepare a report, fully formatted, everything correctly done. Alright, you can do that. And even the occasional limerick, automation, automating customer service response data entry. All this can be done even with small organizations. That's why they say now it become the time of multi-million-dollar companies being run by 2 people. Alright. A lot of the automation you all can easily adopt even in this office. Let AI do the number crunching basically. Okay, AI models are right now constantly changing. Now you can see the latest one. There are hundreds already. You go to HubSpot, remember, just write this down, HubSpot, and you see the number of AI engines available for you. You go there and search what you want. You'll come back. AI to create cooking recipe, anything, you just write anything you like. Alright? That's where I picked up all the AI engines from. Another ones I showed you, the 48 earlier. I picked them up all from there. Okay, AI models, okay, prompting may become more interactive. Okay, get ready for conversation. There is also the conversational AI. You can automate all your telephone responses with the AI. Okay, all pre-recorded, you can pre-record or you can give it a whole set of questions and answers. That means when somebody calls, they ask this question, straight away it answers for them. So you can train the AI by adding more questions and answers. A lot of companies are doing it, a lot of companies.
Automation replying my girlfriend's text. Easy to have to reply.
Okay, what are the key takeaways? What are the key takeaways? For prompt engineering only, yeah, not anything else. Okay? So now you're all prompt engineers already, right? What have you learned from this prompt engineering? Did you imagine at the beginning of this lesson that this is how prompt engineering should be? Did you or did you not? Be honest.
A little.
A little. Not really, but little lah. Okay. Now you've got a system in place, right? It is a simple system, you can utilize it, right? I don't know whether you all still can remember, but I'm sure you remember some of the more important parts. Don't take my word for it. You can go into whatever engine you're using, Gemini, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Bard, whatever, Perplexity, and ask what are the steps in prompting. Okay, give me a template for prompting, they'll give you in detail. So use the template, get used to it. Most importantly, use it every day. Every day you give yourself 15 minutes, 10 minutes, don't say you're busy, use it, you see the difference. Alright?
Yeah.
Remember this, AI is a reality. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's here to stay. Okay. Alright? Okay, now, questions? Oh, I'm sure you have many. You want me to go back to any of the slides? Very fast, I can go back.
What's your personal go-to punya AI? That you go to.
My personal one,
Yeah.
Manus.
Sorry?
Manus. Oh. Why?
Huh?
Why?
I tried different ones. I don't know. Now I must try the new ChatGPT to find out.
Did you define?
ChatGPT, but I found Manus to be pretty solid.
Is it the paid version?
No, it's only a bit free.
Haven't tried that. I used to Gemini lah, because ChatGPT before the ChatGPT 5 is really not that good, so I use Gemini.
It's okay. Actually, ChatGPT is pretty good. The thing about ChatGPT is you must get your prompting right. 90% of the people who say ChatGPT is useless or no good is because they screwed up their prompts.
This will require you to train ChatGPT. It has a set of memories in which you can give it to remember and how you want it to respond. So that's how I do my ChatGPT. My ChatGPT asks me for clarifications. Whatever I tell them is what I want you to do, is this what you want? You give me different options. Like how whatever he has taught, then prompt engineering is what you should be doing on a daily basis. Everything he has explained is critical. Then you will realize the options you can deal with. It's not wrong. Don't take the first answer. Always ask for different iterations to see which is nice. Then you can ask it to hybridize it. I want this and this maybe together. Let me see what options we have. That's how you train your ChatGPT now. Every thread is technically a unique persona. You can have one just for accounting, one just for HR, one just for the role you're doing, teaching, journalism, lecturing. It'll be specific. So you just know how to use your tool, you can do practically anything. I'm just ChatGPT from beginning to end.
I mean, I got to try all. I got to walk.
Yeah, you have to experiment, there's no doubt about it. But I get chat to access.
I haven't tried the ChatGPT 5 yet. ChatGPT 5 was also available for free, right?
No, free. Paid.
It's free. 5.
Five is
5 also is free.
5 is paid.
Paid.
I think, yeah.
Paid.
Ah, it's free. For me, it's free.
Oh.
Yeah, my interface is all free.
Oh.
But what you realize is the way it prompts you now is slightly dumb. That's what they call dumb now, but it's not really dumb. It's how you need to really engage it back to what you want it to be.
Okay, questions? Some more. Anything else?
Yeah. Because they explained it in a very clear manner.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, because these
I'm
all-
sure there are questions, sooner or later.
Yeah.
Won't be now.
Yeah, they think about it.
Yeah.
Hey, I just thought of a question.
Yeah, you would want to copy this or rather take a photo of this and keep it.
Yeah, I probably need a picture of the HubSpot.
Send me a slide. lah.
That's proprietary. Okay.
Yeah, this is.
I get checked to access them. I get checked to access them.
Oh, who? Access what?
I use chat to access all the sub-yes.
Yeah. Ask the AI to give
It's all free.
the right engines,
Yeah.
right?
Not all, not all. Some of it is not.
Yeah, but you can get them to do basically all of this. You just need to prompt chat to know what to access and what to give.
Okay. Okay. We have a question. Okay, coming back to this. Remember this?
Mm.
So my next question is that, this is just to sum up, now we are going through this. What do you believe the most significant impact AI will have
Most significant.
in the next decade?
Okay, I personally feel that like the image of the frog, right? Sitting in a slowly boiling water, I think a lot of the professionals at this point who is not so friendly with AI and the way that they're using, they're actually representing the frog somewhat because they are not realizing the importance, and in a way they have the feel that AI is going against them or against the ideology or their work and so on. But the last slide that you have shown, it's more like you actually can be friends, with the AI, and you can become the master of it.
Yeah.
And most of those that are not really, starting to use it, they're in the idea that it's like a threat. But no, when you actually know to use the system, you can be the master of it. So probably in decades time, those that in the mindset of AI is not important, probably will be in the constraint that you want it or not, you have to learn it. Something like that.
My view is that it will depend on the which country you're talking about and the population mindset, right? Now, it will take longer in Malaysia to catch on,
Yeah, definitely.
right? It will take longer in Malaysia because I think there has to be more support and more awareness built into teaching AI. In Singapore, primary schools already are teaching AI, right? They
I
starting.
don't have anything yet.
Probably because of the importance, I guess. We feel like it's not so important at this point.
Yeah, well, it can be a dangerous thing,
Yes, exactly.
So that's that. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, what's the takeaway for today?
I think is to definitely use proper prompts in order to generate proper
All right.
information we want.
Able to distinguish?
Mm.
Are you able
Yeah.
to distinguish between artificial intelligence and the correlation? More or less,
Somewhat, yeah, more or less.
NLP, your deep learning, your machine learning. What's really happening in that whole sphere? It's not everything by itself, it's all together, and what generative AI is. Clear as to how AI engines are designed and constructed, shown you the neural network, the pathways, how it works, how it looks at different patterns and comes up with an answer. So that's the nuts and bolts of it. Of course, it's working on all tokens and billions and trillions of data. So it is a huge brain the size of this world, right? Able to explain to anyone how to choose your AI engine, I think we went through this, and able to understand what is prompt engineering moving forward. Yeah? So we have covered that. So now, so what we're going to do next? Okay, let me tell you what you're going to do next. Your call to action. Practice every day. This is a mantra you must have with yourself. This is what I advocate from design. Find a way. Okay? One day at a time, find out what AI fundamentals are. It's funny, I started teaching my daughter mathematics and AI a very long time ago, Not so much AI. We didn't call it AI then, but it was basically, she's a mathematician. Very good. And I gave her one piece of advice. Learn one new term every day. One term enough. Learn one shortcut on your computer per day. She did that religiously. You know, today she doesn't use her mouse. She's got a master's degree in robotic engineering. She's working overseas, right? She's doing very well for herself. So what you do is every day. Now, this AI fundamental, learn one term, understand it properly. No need to go and try to absorb the whole world. Learn the biggest limitations. This you can only learn from your prompt design. You will realize where the limitations come out. So push the prompts to the extent possible. Remember, every day you must find some time to do any one thing here. Learn the different types of AI models, which I have given you, a whole bunch, 48. You can go through, you can go into ChatGPT, just punch it in, come up again one more time, but it won't be as comprehensive as what you have right now, because that's from a different side, which is not related to ChatGPT. Okay? And those are very super niche areas. Learn to determine which jobs will be the biggest beneficiaries of AI adoption. Learn that. That's important. For your own future, it's important. Who's going to benefit and who's going to be the loser? Already 3 days ago, they are already sacking thousands of programmers in India. Thousands by the thousands, because AI is doing all the programming. I gave you the first example, the story I began with, how a writer with Media Prima was sacked. Now, unless you change your way and find out how to go to the next level, you will face a similar fate. And then actionable AI adoption plan before undertaking adoption in the corporations. Within your, how are you going to adopt AI? Is it good for all of you? Is it bad? Will it benefit everybody? Alright? Remember, anything that is repetitive, AI can do. So think about everything that is repetitive in your office. Challenge yourself and ask yourself, how? If it's repetitive, it can be replaced with AI. You can teach AI to do it. Alright? Finally, my favorite slide. Do you know who this is? Have you seen this cartoon?
Yeah.
Huh? What is it?
By the name of the
Jetsons. Jetsons. Okay. Jetsons cartoon was created in 1962. You believe that, by Hanna-Barbera, the company. Oh, that's me, by the way. Right? In 1962. Okay? So, question. Created 1962. If they could imagine this, what else can we do? Here's a question for all of you. And my last word, let's reimagine the future. Okay? That's the only way forward. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Alright.
2 more minutes. 2 hours. 2 more minutes to 2 hours.
Boleh?
Just wrap up a little bit lah.
Oh, belum.
2 more minutes. Usually it's okay lah.
No problem.
I think yesterday I discovered Gemini can create a storybook. Yeah.
Okay. I think the best way to do this is to do some more questions. Okay? When you play back, I will say, oh, you all have further questions, and then I'll carry on.
Yeah.
I think that will be the easiest. Can you think of some questions?
So Malaysian is 3%. Very low.
Remember, usage and adoption is different. Usage, anybody use. Adoption, that means they're using it on a daily basis, no matter what. Okay, questions? You want to put it on? Okay. Is it on?
Yeah.
So I ask one question, at least you can edit and put inside.
Yeah.
The 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes.
Any questions at all?
Sorry,
Let's
could you
pause it.
In 2 hours. we
Okay,
covered
sorry,
all.
we were kind of caught up doing a few other things. Okay, further questions regarding prompting, regarding design, regarding selection.
I don't have a present for that, but I just want to know, right? Like, you see how ChatGPT, the paid version, like every month, I think it's about 99
Yeah.
99 ringgit
I think so.
per month, right?
$20 US per month.
Yeah, so it's about almost 100 ringgit per month. But say for example, with that paid version, what do we get more out of it?
Oh, a lot more.
What's the
There
what's the
is a
difference?
big difference in that. No, meaning the way your answers come out, the speed at which it comes out.
Mhm.
The options you have, you will see that under ChatGPT there are various sub-engines. You know, your DALI, and there are so many other, they have issued the APIs to other companies to create their own engines to do very specific things. Like for example, he wanted to do the PowerPoint, you can go in there, there is one with a paid version that you can use. You can use and you can create anything and everything you want. You can even use Canva
Yeah.
within ChatGPT.
Oh.
Okay, the paid version gives you all the additional benefits,
Yeah.
the speed, right? And of course, better answers, meaning more well thought of. You don't have to prompt something so difficult, you see. But it's all being driven by the same engine. It is not like ChatGPT 5 is sitting separately from ChatGPT 4. Alright? Yeah.
But it's very expensive.
Yeah, it is. For Malaysia, it is. It's
Expensive.
Very
You
expensive.
can share.
Oh, even
No, but you share also, it's linked to one account. Kan?
Yeah, I think to one
It's linked to one
Dah
account.
jalan baik.
Links to
no, they'll only link it to one
account.
email account.
You use the company email.
No.
You open a company email account, and to that, all of you all can share it.
And you got to see whether they detect you all open on multiple devices at the same time. That's
Yeah.
only-
But listen, before you buy anything,
They don't allow.
there are so many new
You have to
things
see whether they
coming
got
up.
that limitation.
My suggestion before you invest or put your money onto paying monthly or whatever, I suppose 1 month you can lose some money, that's fine. But what I'm saying is you got to use a tool to find out, is it okay free or is it you need a paid version? Oh, I know, I prefer this, I'm going to do engineering drawing, I need ideas on drawing a Picasso, whatever it is. You know? Yeah, so don't waste money. That's the bottom line. Alright? Check, test, then get it. Because if you get it, you got 1 month before you discontinue it. Alright, you got 1 month. And really 1 month will go like that. Will go very, very fast. Yeah? Anything else? Anything else you can
No.
wondering about?
Ready to use AI differently.
Now I want to explore ChatGPT.
No, but like I said, it's I don't know, I think this is pretty important for your.
I think we just had a conversation with my brothers and my sister yesterday about how from a score to 10 up to 10, 10 means your work is heavily dependent on AI. 1 is you never use AI at all at your workplace. So me and my brother is now is at 5 lah.
Mm.
So we use it but not that intense.
How to get from?
Yeah. So then I was asking my sister lah, dia kata she wants to use AI but don't know how to key in the prompt.
So you're a teacher now.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to say.
You know,
so now
what-
after that I can at least
you know
share
what they
something
found
to
out? The biggest beneficiaries of AI, the two biggest beneficiaries in terms of work are people who do not so complex work with not so much experience. People who don't have complex work to do and don't have much experience. It benefits them in a big way. Okay, people with a lot of experience and don't do complex work, if you try to give them AI, they're going to tell you what AI can do. I got so much experience, right? So you want to make somebody really learn, somebody who's new and not doing complex work. You know which is the other category, the other end. Those who do super complex work and who are super experienced, like lawyers, like doctors, AI helps them in a big way. You know? Because they will know how to see whether the AI is right or wrong.
That's actually the most important part.
And that's where the top 10-15% lie. They are the beneficiaries. The rest of the whole world is left behind. Yeah? And remember, just a final reminder, practice every day, don't forget. Alright? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.